Hey, what's up guys, Tony here, and I've got some flying for you, and this is Operation Firestorm, and this is on the SHuSTBANG server, and of course this is Conquest. That's like my mainstay game in Battlefield. I love Conquest, although I like Rush too, don't get me wrong, but I love Conquest because of the jets, personally. Oh, well, at least on some of the levels. It's just I like the game mode itself. But anyways, this, like I said, it's on the SHuSTBANG server, so we're playing with a handful of subscribers, and it was a lot of fun. I think it was, I don't know, a few nights back, and I talked SNU603 into not using Skype and to just talk in the team chat, and a lot of people got a kick out of it afterwards. So I was like, yes, Snu, talk on the team chat more. I know a lot of people like that. So anyways, I want to get on to the topic at hand, and that is technology. Yesterday, and here's the thing about me, is that I don't force videos. I don't put out a video for the sake of putting out a video. I really want to find something to talk about, something I think is worth your time to listen to and worth my time to make. I don't want to just go up and post gibberish just for the sake of it. So I really sit and I think hard, and I had this game stored on my hard drive, and I had it rendered yesterday, but this guy just ran into me, and this guy was like, "What are you doing?" All that airspace, and you just happen to meet each other in one area. So anyways, going back on what I was saying, is that I had this gameplay rendered since yesterday, but I just didn't have anything to talk about, and not one of those people that I can just, I mean, I could sit down and start talking about stuff, just anything, but then, you know, it might just ramble on, and there's no point to it, kind of like what I'm doing right now. I'm sort of prefacing this commentary. So yesterday, when I went to work, it was one of those things where, you know, I didn't really like feel like going to work. I know there's a difference between a career and a job. Like, a career is one of those things you just absolutely can't wait to go. Well, it's like you love what you do, so you can't wait to get there. And of course, you know, the job's just kind of like, I got to pay the bills, so I got to work, and that's what my current job is. The thing though is that when I got to work yesterday, I came in, and the first thing is they're just like, "Oh, by the way, the computer system's down." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And so it wasn't really busy. It was 5 o'clock, and it wasn't busy at the pizza shop, and so just like, okay, no big deal, you know. And then about 5:15, 5:20, calls started coming in, and so that's when like the shit hit the fan. You know, my boss was on the phone talking to the tech people, and then there was a handful of us in the store, and then people are just flipping out. They're just like, "Well, wait, what do we do? Like, how are we gonna take orders? Are we gonna, like, are we just gonna close the store?" And one of the managers was like, "We should call so and so, I think the boss's boss, and tell him that we can't take orders because the computer system's down." Watch how close this is. Oh my! Watch, let's watch in slow motion. Look how close I came to running in that pole. Oh man, that's reflexes right there. I was like, holy shit! But anyway, so yeah, this guy Sean, he's one of the shift managers. He was just like, we should just close the store down because we can't take orders. I mean, Saturday night, how are we going to be working and we can't take orders? And so what ended up happening is we ended up taking them by hand and writing them down, and it was a clusterfuck at first. Like, people didn't know what the hell to do. They just couldn't comprehend a world where technology wasn't working. And so I was out on a delivery with, you know, I was taking a delivery to a handwritten address that couldn't be confirmed on our computers about where its location, so we weren't even sure if it was in the delivery area. You know, all I had was the GPS on my phone, which of course is working fine because it's not connected to our system. And so I was driving on this one delivery, and I started thinking, I'm like, how do we handle, like, what would happen if we lost all technology, you know? Because we are so dependent upon technology for everything, you know? Like, what would we do? Like, what would you guys do if suddenly there was no internet, you know? Computers didn't work, you know? Maybe what if we only had, you know, chemical power, you know, like fire, you know, stuff like that. I guess I don't know if that's considered a chemical power. I'm just trying to sound smart, but just basically things you can get from nature, you know, like fire, and I guess you could get electricity from fire, but there's technology needed. So anyways, so say we can only have fire. Just to clear that all up, we can only have fire. I mean, how would we deal with that? I know eventually we would deal with it, but it would be one of those things that most people, I think, would get into some sort of a depressed state, or they would just, I don't want to say go crazy, but we really depend on technology for everything, entertainment, and living, you know, our houses and communications and stuff like that. So it would be a totally different planet if we just suddenly lost that sort of technology. And I got thinking about it, and you know, there are places, there are like the Army. I know the Army still trains to be good at whatever they do without technology. You know, like what happens if, you know, I think it's the old like, well, what if there's like an EMP and suddenly none of the electronics on any of our tanks will work or whatever, or maybe our satellites go down, and so you can't use GPS to find targets. You know, I know they train, you know, land navigation, and they use maps and compasses, and you know, tanks still use charts and stuff, and just because you never know when technology might fail you. And I thought when I learned about that, I was like, that's pretty neat. You know, I don't think I would have been so, you know, thinking with that. I guess that's like retro thinking. But it's interesting. So I'm just kind of curious to, you know, how you guys might handle what things you might do. You know, I might be honest. I definitely would have a hard time with it myself. I might start reading or something. I don't know. Like, I don't usually read unless I have to. And damn, we hit each other again. I was just like, come on, man. Oh, by the way, let me go ahead and tell you guys something. I believe in, I'm changing topics right now, by the way. I totally believe in a wingman's code of ethics. You know, if you're in a dogfight and you're in the air and someone's on somebody's ass, don't go in and steal their kill. Let them stay behind them if there's only one jet in the air. And then if they cannot constantly, they're having a hard time shooting that person down, then yeah, get in there. As soon as he loses it, you know, if they start losing that battle and they're slipping away, then go in and take the kill. Like, that's why that guy hit me the first time, because we were going after the same target, and it's just like, come on, dude, you know. And there was a time earlier, I don't know if you noticed, like there was a target, somebody for me to shoot at, but I let the other guy take it. You know, I'm gonna stay behind him, be his wingman, and if he loses it and if he can't keep up with his jet, then I'm gonna swoop in and I'm gonna take the kill because he can't do it. So that's my little flying lesson for the day. You know, to be a good wingman, you got to let the other guy shoot someone down too. It's not a selfish game out there, because you'll end up hitting each other and then there'll be no jets in the air. So I'm not sure what I was getting shot by. I think it was the anti-air, but he's not doing a lot of damage, so maybe it was a tank. I don't know. So just to go back and kind of change gears on the topic I was just talking about, I will say my brother last night, he went to the Padres-Phillies games, which the Padres won. I was listening to the game on the radio all day yesterday while I was working, and Corey Lupke pitched a great game, and I don't want to make this a sports commentary suddenly, but props to my Padres for beating the Fightin' Phils. It is one of those, like, oh gosh, you know, it was Roy Halladay, and he's pitched a perfect game. He's got Cy Youngs in both leagues. It's one of those games you expect to lose. I hate to say that, but it's one of those things you just sort of, I scared that guy into crashing. That was kind of cool. But you kind of expect to lose. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, look, there's snipers on here. And I got a hit marker. I got a hit marker with a 20mm Vulcan cannon. Oh, actually, no, sorry, that's an American. I don't know what, I think it's probably 20mm Russian cannon. Anyways, I got a hit marker with a 20mm cannon. That should have pulverized this guy. And then, of course, I crashed in the crane. There are several things that I wish these guns, like guns in general, I wish were more even. You get one shot killed with shotguns, and you get one shot killed with some sniper rifles, but you pump bullet after bullet after bullet into a bad guy with a 50 caliber machine gun coming out of a, say, an Abrams, or a 20mm shell or casing round coming out of a airplane's cannons. You know, like, where is it, like, why isn't there some sort of a even level of destruction? You know, it's hard enough to shoot people with a plane. I think you should get rewarded for hitting ground targets, you know, with a plane. So anyways, rant over. But I do want to talk about the last thing really quick, because I'm running out of time here, is my older brother. Last night, like I said, he went down to the Padres game. It was my buddy Seth's birthday, and I couldn't go. I really wanted to go because, I mean, Saturday Night Baseball. Who the hell doesn't want to go? Who wants to work when you can go hang out with your friends and watch a baseball game? Especially when it's a Padres victory. Which sucks for my buddy Seth because he's a Phillies fan. I don't know why he's a Phillies fan. He's like a Braves-Phillies fan. I don't know. I'm confused when I say it right now. But I guess he got a little. My brother drove down to San Diego. Usually they take the train, so this is why it's kind of important. But he got a little drunk, and he sent out a post. He put a post up on Facebook on a status update saying, "Hey, I want to avoid getting a DUI tonight because I got a little bit more drunk than I was expecting. Can somebody come pick me up?" And I guess that's what he sent, last night. I didn't see it because I worked until about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Actually, it was about 9:30, and I got home and I just kind of relaxed. It's not like the first thing I do is definitely not go online and check Facebook. And so this morning I was just kind of checking it, and I saw his post. He's just like, oh, I slept in my car last night because none of my, quote, friends were able to come pick me up. And I don't know why I'm having a hard time shooting this dude down, just by the way. It's just one of those things. But yeah, he was blasting all of his friends for not making their way down to San Diego. And my mom had posted a comment, my older brother is 32 years old. And, or he will be 32 years old. And so my mom posted a comment, like, why didn't you call your dad, I mean, it's a little different because my family's relationships are kind of strained. But, oh, look at this. I get vengeance with a rocket. A rocket. That's what I get him with. Not the cannon shells that I hit him with earlier, but a rocket. But, yeah, she's like, hey, why didn't you just call your dad? He would have come and picked you up. It was like 12:30. I was like, I don't think so. My dad's probably asleep. But then I got thinking, like, why didn't he just call or text me? Why did he put a post on Facebook? Like, I don't know. I don't quite understand that logic. There's some things that people do like that. It just kind of like wigs me out. So in that case, technology failed him because he had an opportunity to get picked up. He just didn't use. Oh, here we go. Crash into each other. Anyways, he had the opportunity to get picked up, but he didn't take advantage of it. So anyways, guys, in the comment section, I'd like to know, what would you guys do if suddenly we lost, say, the internet and technology and stuff? We had to go back to, I don't know, like 1950s, stuff like that. So anyways, guys, I had a decent game in the flying, and got a great time playing on the SHuSTBANG server, so hopefully I'll see you guys there soon. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll talk to you later.